In today's video, I survive 100 days in Minecraft as a sponge. Now this might sound silly or goofy, and it kind of can be at times, but it was a good time, and it was actually very challenging. As you guys can see, whenever I'm above land and not in any source of water or have any form of hydration via water bottles or a water bucket, I end up taking massive amounts of damage, and my health can go from full to zero within seconds. So this was actually very difficult to do, and it required lots of food consumption because there is no way that I can reduce the amount of time and damage I take. My main goals of this video were to 1. Beat the Ender Dragon in under 100 days without dying. 2. Build a beautiful house among the jungle, something that fits the theme of a monkey, which is what my brand is. And 3. Have a lot of fun and be able to successfully complete this challenge. And with all of that being said, guys, this is how my 100-day hardcore adventure went as being a sponge. Also, do not forget to click that like button and subscribe if you have not already. This video took me lots of time to make, and I would greatly appreciate any love and support you guys can give me. Thank you and enjoy! So guys, I started out my world. I spawned on a very high mountain, and instantly I started taking lots of damage by not being hydrated. I had to quickly travel to the bottom, run down, and get that situated. After that, I got some wood, got some tools, and then I was met with these weirdos behind me. I ended up having to eat them because there was no other way for me to have any food at the start of this. I was pretty much stuck in this little corner I had, and it was just getting some stone, some wood, and everything. Little squid also kept me company as well. After that, we got some more stone and sand, and with the sand I could make water bottles, which I could use to hydrate myself when I travel on land. So these water bottles are very important, and some of them are going to be used throughout the course of my life on this world. Following that, we decided to go down into the ocean, explore, and get some more food with the salmon. We also were met by more drowned who are very persistent on murdering me. After that, we get some coal, and nighttime starts to set in. Now, even more of these drown are spawning on our first night of this world, and let's just say it got a little hairy throughout the nighttime. No puns intended. As I was mining throughout the night trying to find some coal and more resources so that I could start day 2 very productive, I was met with multiple drowns who had tridents. There was a baby with a trident, there was an adult with a trident, and they were terrifying. I got down to 1 heart, and it was so scary. I ended up just burrowing myself in a hole and waiting until daytime so that I could make my grand escape. As day 2 started, I was greeted by a very beautiful sunrise and just filled up my water bottles, got everything that I smelted all situated in my inventory that I did overnight. So the next plan was to start traveling and see if we could find a suitable land area for us to start our world. After traveling a couple hundred blocks, I was able to find a ruined portal and a nice little cave to start my adventure at. We then go in the cave and we cue epic mining scene. After a little while of getting enough resources and iron, I was able to get full iron armor with tools, and with those tools, we started our adventure for our first diamonds. Along the way, though, I was able to find a lava pool in this cave, and with that, I used my Minecraft skills to speedrun a portal and go check out the nether early. As you can see, we get in the nether, we check it out, and it is terrifying. Being in the nether and relying on water as your source of survival is very, very difficult. Because one, you can only place water in cauldrons as I demonstrate, and two, you only have a limited amount of water. There's no unlimited water sources in the nether. It's all timed, and you have to be very, very careful. I then explore the nether for a few minutes during day 4, and I end up finding a bastion. That is about all I do, though. I see the bastion, I build a little path to it, and then I end up leaving and going back. At the start of day 5 through 10, this is when I start to find some land for my base. I find this nice island on a little jungle biome that is right next to my cave and right next to my ruin portal. I decided that this will be a perfect place for my base, and then I even end up finding a friend. His name is Pedro. He's so cute. I also end up making a farm to get my food source situated, because throughout this series I use dramatically more food than normally. So after getting Pedro and my items situated in the chest, I decide to go mining once again and see if I can find myself my first diamonds. After mining for about a couple minutes on day 6, we did end up finally finding our first diamonds. Along with the diamonds came chaos, because I was so close to dying as a creeper exploded from behind me. This was terrifying and I was so scared, but we did it. A little bit after the diamonds, I found a mine shaft, and we explore that as well to find a few more. We end up heading out to explore. We have yet to find a village, and I wanted to see what type of terrain was around me. So after a couple minutes of exploring, we didn't find much. Pretty much similar terrain, lots of jungles, flower forests, and some dark oak. We did eventually find a village 1,000 or so blocks away. So we then use the village, get situated, and take what resources we can from the village. Throughout the next few days, there is not much that goes on. Day 11 through 19 are pretty much just preparing, looting the village, and just getting everything situated. On the start of day 20, we do finally start to compose our house. And we got this beautiful sped up scene. You guys can see everything that goes down. We build our house throughout the next 20 or so days. So this was a good time. This house was beautiful, and I was very satisfied with my build. Let me know what you guys think of it in the comments, if there's anything you think we could change. So as we take a little break to go admire my work, my build is almost done, it just needs a roof. I also made a little staircase to plan a nice treehouse enchantment room spot. Following this, I moved my cows to the underneath area of my base, because a very big thing of this challenge is food sources. I need so much more food than normal. I am constantly taking damage, and the way that Minecraft works, when you take damage, you have to eat more food. So we pretty much get the last few touches, finishing up our build, putting the finishing touches, detail everything, and this is what we have as a final result. I was so happy with it. It looked fantastic. So as we finish up the build, it was nearing the end of day 32. We are now starting to get near our halfway point. I then organize all of my loot, put some chests inside, and add the finishing touch of putting a door on the front. After this, we go back to our village to get a little bit more overpowered. So we are now nearing 30 or so days, and I was very not powerful yet in this. Not too much happened throughout the rest of these days, which is day 33 through 55. In this village though, I did discover something really unique. In the new cave generation, there was a little bit of the village that had extended down to very deep in these caves. I did, of course, want to go check it out and explore it, and we did find a zombified villager that we did stash away for later. Following this, I head back, and then I end up going into the Nether. Now, this was probably one of the hardest parts of this challenge. Not even because of the mobs, but because of balancing, fighting the mobs, looting, and making sure I stay hydrated so I don't take damage. It was very difficult, and throughout this encounter, I had to go back and forth to get more water. We then end up looting this chest, and just like that, we find 2 netherite ingots, and I was ecstatic from this because it was already so hard to travel in the nether. Mining for netherite would have been so difficult. This made my life so much easier. I then gather up all the gold and giving it to a piglin to try and trade for some fire resistant potions and some ender pearls. After trading for a little bit, I do end up leaving, and I spot a nether fortress on my way out that I will come back to later in the video. So as we get back, I decide, I kind of need a little bridge from my ruined portal to my base just to make it look fancier. We then end up building that bridge from day 56 to 58. It didn't take us long, just a nice simple bridge build, and I thought it looked pretty cute. It was what we were going for, and it looked well. It fit in with the build. From day 58 to 85, not a lot of crazy stuff happened. We did a lot of mining to try and get full diamond and full tools. Along with that, I was able to find my first XP grinder. So I then dug out the area, lit it up with torches, and set up a XP farm. This is how I was able to enchant the rest of my new diamond gear, attach the books to my armor, and get my gear OP. Because while I am able to beat Minecraft with very minimal gear, it is a much difficult feat when you are constantly taking damage from other stuff like the dragon, and then you're also suffocating by not being hydrated. It was a challenge, let's just say that. After I finished the XP grinder, I got some XP and one idol for a few days. Following that, we then end up heading back to the Nether to explore the Nether fortress that we discussed earlier. I needed to get some blaze rods and I wanted to get some nether warts so I can make some potions. So we do that, we get some blazes, and then we end up. So we do that, we go in search of a blaze spawner, and we find it. Following that and getting all of my blaze rods, I end up taking the remaining gold that I brought with me to trade with some more piglins. I still was a little bit short on pearls, and I needed some more so that I could go fight the dragon. And we were getting very, very close to our deadline of 100 days, and I was a little worried we weren't going to make it. After that was the start of day 86, and this is when we went back. We started to go back to our village and got ourselves some more enchantments, some more books, and some more librarian villagers. We ended up getting protection 4, feather falling 4, and sharpness V. So these are all needed. These would all dramatically help with the fight of the Ender Dragon. And like you guys know, hardcore, you only have one chance, so I did not want to mess this up. As we left, I went back to my base to get my gear situated for the fight. We were getting very close to day 95, and I was cutting it so close. I then finished up my gear, got everything ready, got the Eyes of Ender, and traveled my butt to the fortress. I then found the stronghold, but the issue was day 95 through 97 were all just me trying to locate the stronghold. It took so long. I don't know if it was glitch or what, but I dug out so much of this chunk just to find the entrance of the stronghold, and it was not a fun time. We did eventually find it, and I did have barely just enough Eyes of Enders. I could have brought more with me. I had some more at my base, but I got lucky, and we did have enough. I fill in the portal and then I head into the end for my boss battle with the dragon. I instantly spawn in and I already can feel the terrifying chills of fighting the dragon with this challenge. Normally fighting the dragon would be very simple, but having to monitor my health and my water consumption was actually a struggle. There was Enderman that could look at me at any time if I messed up, the dragon attacking me, launching me in the air. Just wait, guys, it was a tough battle. So as I got in, I tried to start one-cycling the dragon, but it was just too difficult. Every time I would go to one cycle, my water consumption would start making me take damage. I started to panic, and from there I just decided I was going to destroy all the end crystals just to make this easier on myself. After getting all the end crystals, the dragon was very, very low from my bow and arrows, and I was able to finish him off with my Sharpness V diamond sword. We then drink some more water and do a hype celebration dance. Let's go! And after this, we end up gathering the dragon egg. Following getting the dragon egg, I decided I wanted to check out the end city room, see if we had an end city spawn near us, and we actually did. However, there was no elytra, there was no boat, but I was able to go explore this just for a little bit, about 10 minutes, and gather some shulkers. So we get the shulkers. It was pretty easy, nothing too difficult here. This was not a challenge. And then we just head out. We leave, we go back, and we run the end scene credits. So after returning back to my base, it is now day 99. This was extremely close. I was so shocked that we actually got it that close. I then just enjoy my final 2 days relaxing in my beautiful home, looking at this cow that is somehow glitched through my stairs. This was such a difficult challenge, and I did not expect it to be this close at all. So I was really proud of myself that we were able to get it. And to end off the video, I just show you guys a little bit around the base in case you missed anything, just to see some detailing we did and what this 100 days base looks like. This was such a fun video to make, guys, and I expect many more videos like this. From now on in the future, lots of my content is going to be revolved around 100 Days Hardcore and custom plugins like this included. So, I hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure you click that subscribe and like button if you have not already. This video took a lot of time. If you did not know, it takes a little bit over 20 plus hours to record 100 days, and I want to try and do a couple of these a month. To end off the video, Me and my boy Pedro are jamming out to some spooky, creepy music. And that is all we got for you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know in the comment section if you did enjoy the video and how I could make it better. Anyways, guys, peace out. This was Urso. Thank you so much for the love.